Bible story. Who is my neighbor, and whose neighbor am I? A lonely Jewish man was walking along the ancient road that descends from Jerusalem to Jericho. He wore ample brown robe, and his face showed deep weariness. Suddenly, a group of robbers ambushed him. They tore at his robe, stole his belongings, and beat him as he struggled helplessly against their attack. The Jewish man was left bruised and battered, covered with wounds, breathing faintly as he lay abandoned by the roadside, close to death. Silence fell over the scene, broken only by the distant whisper of the wind. By chance, a priest came down the same road and passed by the place where the injured man lay. The priest noticed the wounded Jew. He frowned, his expression darkening. Without much hesitation, he turned away and continued on his journey, leaving behind only his receding figure. The injured man watched the priest leave, his eyes filled with silent pleading and despair. Then a Levite appeared. His temple robe stood in stark contrast to the desolate surroundings. The Levite glanced at the man lying on the ground. A brief look of concern crossed his face, and hesitation flickered in his eyes. But he made his choice. He turned and walked on, leaving the wounded man alone on the lonely road. At dusk, a solitary Samaritan appeared, wearing travel-worn clothes. He led his donkey slowly along the road, the sound of his footsteps echoing through the hills. When the Samaritan saw the injured man, his eyes were filled with compassion. With gentle hands, he poured oil and wine on the wounds and carefully wrapped them with clean bandages. Then he lifted the wounded Jewish man onto his donkey and traveled on with him. The Samaritan brought the injured man to an inn and took care of him. The next day, the Samaritan took out silver coins and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, "Take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay you when I return." His eyes reflected both earnest concern and firm resolve. The wounded Jewish man rested quietly in the inn, recovering from his injuries. In the stillness, the voice of Jesus echoed, "Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers?" His words lingered in the air, stirring hearts and inviting reflection. Who is my neighbor, and whose neighbor am I?